The Trump administration has dropped a bombshell, threatening to shut down the Social Security Administration, a move that has left many Americans in shock and disbelief. This dramatic move comes as the administration clashes with the judiciary over access to sensitive personal data, sparking a heated debate about privacy and government overreach. At the heart of the issue is the Department of Government Efficiency, led by tech mogul Elon Musk, who has been a controversial figure in this administration. DOGE demands access to the SSA's vast database, a move that has raised serious privacy concerns among citizens and privacy advocates alike. The administration argues that this access is crucial to President Trump's agenda of eliminating government waste and improving efficiency. They claim it will expose fraud and streamline operations, making the government more accountable and transparent. However, critics see this as a thinly veiled attempt to dismantle the social safety net, which has been a lifeline for millions of Americans. The potential shutdown has sent shockwaves through the nation, particularly among the most vulnerable, who depend on these benefits for their daily survival. Millions of Americans rely on Social Security for their livelihoods, and any disruption could be catastrophic. A shutdown could have devastating consequences for retirees, people with disabilities, and their families, leaving them in a state of financial uncertainty. The standoff between the administration and the courts has created a climate of uncertainty and fear, with no clear resolution in sight. This is not just about data, it's about the future of Social Security and the well-being of millions of Americans. This program, a cornerstone of the American social contract, is now in jeopardy, and its potential dismantling could have far-reaching implications. The Trump administration's actions represent a direct assault on the economic security of millions, undermining the trust that citizens have placed in their government. It is a betrayal of the trust placed in the government to protect its most vulnerable citizens, and the repercussions could be severe. The situation is fluid, with legal challenges and political posturing shaping the narrative, making it difficult to predict the outcome. The coming days will be crucial in determining the fate of Social Security and the well-being of millions of Americans who depend on it. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the nation watches with bated breath as this drama unfolds. In a significant setback for the Trump administration, a federal judge has temporarily blocked DOGE's access to Social Security data. This decision comes amid growing concerns over privacy and data security. U.S. District Judge Ellen Hollander, an Obama appointee, issued a restraining order citing potential violations of privacy laws. Her ruling emphasizes the importance of safeguarding personal information. Judge Hollander criticized DOGE's request as a fishing expedition, lacking in justification and posing a significant risk to the privacy of millions. She highlighted the need for a more balanced approach to data access. The judge's order requires DOGE to destroy any sensitive records already obtained. This measure aims to prevent any potential misuse of the data. It permits access only to anonymized data, and only after DOGE personnel undergo proper training on privacy protection. This ensures that any data used will not compromise individual privacy. This ruling is a victory for privacy advocates who have sounded the alarm about the potential misuse of sensitive personal information. They argue that this decision is a crucial step in protecting citizens' rights. The Trump administration has reacted with fury, accusing the judge of obstructing the president's agenda. They claim that this ruling hampers their efforts to improve government efficiency. They vow to fight the ruling and pursue all legal options to gain access to the data. The administration is determined to overturn this decision. The administration argues that the judge's decision hampers their ability to eliminate waste and fraud in the Social Security system. They believe that access to this data is essential for their mission. They maintain that their intentions are pure and that the data will be used responsibly. Officials insist that their goal is to protect taxpayer money and ensure the integrity of the Social Security system. However, critics view this as a desperate attempt to justify a power grab. They argue that the administration's actions are driven by ulterior motives. They argue that the administration's true motives are to undermine Social Security and advance a radical ideological agenda. Critics believe that this is part of a broader strategy to reshape government programs. The court's decision, for now, provides a crucial safeguard against potential government overreach. It underscores the judiciary's role in maintaining checks and balances. It serves as a reminder that even in the face of immense pressure, the judiciary can act as a bulwark against executive branch excesses. This ruling reinforces the importance of judicial independence in upholding the rule of law. The court ruling has thrown the Social Security Administration into turmoil. Interim SSA Chief Lee Dudek, known for his close ties to Doge, has warned of a potential shutdown if the court order stands. Dudek claims that without full access to the data, the agency cannot function effectively. He has suggested halting SSA operations entirely to comply with the judge's order, a move that would have catastrophic consequences. Dudek's stance has been met with a mixture of disbelief and outrage. Critics accuse him of prioritizing Doge's agenda over the well-being of millions of beneficiaries. They argue that his threats are a form of blackmail, designed to pressure the court into reversing its decision. The potential impact of a shutdown on beneficiaries is difficult to overstate. Approximately 70 million Americans, including retirees, disabled individuals, and their families, rely on Social Security benefits. These payments are often their lifeline, providing essential income for food, housing, and health care. A shutdown would mean delays in payments, causing financial hardship and anxiety for millions. Moreover, Doge's proposed actions, including closing SSA offices, limiting phone services, and mandating in-person identity verification, could overwhelm the system. This perfect storm of reduced access and increased demand could lead to chaos and despair. The very people Social Security is designed to protect would bear the brunt of the administration's reckless actions. The threatened Social Security shutdown has ignited a firestorm of controversy, exposing deep divisions within American society. The issue has become a lightning rod, drawing passionate responses from all corners of the nation. This is not just a policy debate, it's a battle for the soul of the nation, a clash between competing visions of government's role. The stakes are incredibly high, and the outcome will shape the future of American social policy for generations to come. On one side stands the Trump administration, championing a radical agenda of shrinking government and dismantling the social safety net. They argue that reducing government intervention will spur economic growth and individual responsibility. They view Social Security as an outdated program, ripe for privatization or elimination. To them, it's a relic of a bygone era that no longer fits the needs of a modern, dynamic economy. On the other side stand millions of Americans who rely on Social Security for their livelihoods. For these individuals, Social Security is not just a program, it's a lifeline, a critical source of support that ensures their basic needs are met. They see it as a promise kept, a testament to the idea that we are all in this together. It's a reflection of the social contract that binds us as a community, ensuring that no one is left behind. The administration's actions have galvanized opposition, with protests erupting across the country. From small towns to major cities, people are taking to the streets to voice their dissent and demand that Social Security be protected. The political fallout is just beginning. Analysts predict that this issue will dominate the political landscape for months to come, influencing elections and shaping public discourse. Democrats have seized on the issue, accusing the administration of waging war on the elderly and vulnerable. They argue that cutting Social Security would be a betrayal of the nation's most vulnerable citizens. They point to the court ruling as evidence of the administration's disregard for the rule of law and individual rights. Legal battles are expected to intensify as both sides prepare for a protracted fight. Republicans, caught in a bind, are struggling to defend the administration's actions. Some are distancing themselves while others are doubling down, creating a rift within the party. The situation remains fluid, with no clear resolution in sight. As the debate rages on, the uncertainty is causing anxiety among those who depend on Social Security. The coming days will be crucial in determining the fate of Social Security and the well-being of millions. Every moment counts as lawmakers and citizens alike grapple with the potential consequences. One thing is certain, the stakes are incredibly high. The decisions made now will reverberate through the lives of countless Americans. This is not just about numbers on a balance sheet, it's about people's lives. The human impact of these decisions cannot be overstated. The outcome of this battle will have profound consequences for the future of American society. It will define who we are as a nation and what we value most.